Hello, Intestine to all the class 7 students. Let us now discuss about the small and large intestines of our digestive system. So far, we have discussed about buccal cavity, we have discussed about esophagus, stomach, and what all happens within these organs of the digestive system. र थन्ता बदुङ आजो organ buccal cavity छे, esophagus छे, र अनि stomach ala jangsa imba. The third also video din आजो खरको la jaya ला imba na small and large intestine la ko la jaya. So this will be the fourth part of our chapter number 2, nutrition in animals. Okay, so let us start. Let us start with small intestines. Mazu yuma tabadi. Small intestines kala jaya, right? So small intestines la the contest rela when mazu the thogo nanglo la food digest chagro. Inside the stomach, the food will be digested, partially digested, right? Especially the proteins will be broken down into simpler substances. And then later on, the food will be passed down into this tube-like structure called as small intestine. Right? So small intestine, and these are the churigam. Now, if you read more about small intestine, it says that small intestine, it is highly coiled tubular structure. Highly coiled, and the length of the small intestine in the human beings, it is about 7.5 meters. 7.5 meters na pe ringbu yorda kiranzo nangla khisi thakba ndi yobin bana ro thakba gana che gebje meter che gebje meter 7.5 lana khams to kiranzo chik sida, right? So nganju gi thogo nanglo la the thogo nanglo to nganju gi subu nanglo la we have got 7.5 meters long small intestine. Okay, becomes ringbuyer. And small intestine, it receives secretions from liver and pancreas. Chimba da pancreas ne ani khonju gi juice dige sama small intestine na juor. And dijikbo mare the wall of the small intestine itself also secretes digestive juices. Right, so digestive juice khamanda sums ne ligi do small intestine na chik da khora rang sugi veche ani shimba dikhane ligi re chik liver san ligi re chik pancreas san ligi. We will see later on. Okay, and inside the small intestine, complete digestion of the food components occurs. Right, tang also small intestine na lidu zambala ani khala di chaza mata digest chechawa chigir. Khananglola there is partial digestion, that is only starch will be broken down. There is also partial digestion, that is only proteins will be broken down. But inside the small intestine, the food components will be completely digested. Small intestine nanglola digestion complete chagda. Okay, diche. And digestion la roba chengi khare khare yore the secretions from liver and pancreas and the intestinal juice itself. Diche. The liver gan ke je shewi by na small intestine la juice chi khane liver la sun liver san liver la so liver, it is the largest gland in our body. These are the thongdwe. So this is the liver, this brown colored organ over here, the large organ just above the stomach, it is called as liver. So liver is the largest gland in our body. Liver the gland cheshures and it secretes something called bile juice. Liver gi khari secrete chigre la wain na bile juice la secrete chigre secrete la na mallo barus la or the secrete chewala na ma secrete chewala na mallo barus la or. Okay, so liver gi khari secrete chigore bile juice, right? And the bile juice is first stored in gallbladder and then it is released into small intestine. And bile juice ki lenge khare. The bile juice which is secreted by the liver, it helps in the digestion of fats. Manju ki say nanglola ani shagzi rig den zo yorwa shagzi da silu rig chiyo marwe dige sangma ma breakdown chela su roba chigla na bile juice. In bile juice su ki secrete che yore liver ki secrete che yore. So liver kola seuchung so. Then next ngazula khare yore pancreas. So these are associated glands, right? Pancreas ladi, it is located just below the stomach. Pancreas lash to the loma rostongwe. Pancreas and it is located just below the stomach. And pancreas, it secretes pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice secretes into the small intestine. And pancreatic juice, it helps in the digestion of carbohydrates and proteins which is present in our food. Carbohydrate, the protein pancreatic juice and carbohydrates and proteins will be digested inside the small intestine. Pancreas, it also secretes hormone like insulin and glucagon, right? And the pancreas, it has got role in digestion. It secretes pancreatic juice which helps in the digestion of carbohydrates and proteins. That digestion digest there is complete digestion of food inside the small intestine. The digestion khandis chare la wemena thangbudi ngazu complex compound khar kharire. Complex components of the food, carbohydrates, proteins and fats ra. So complex carbohydrates are completely broken down into simple sugars such as glucose. Carbohydrate macha ani kharla cha ore glucose la macha shawar. Proteins dige, which is a complex substance, they are broken down into simple amino acids. Protein macha ani khar se ore amino acids se ore. Fats are broken down into fatty acids and glycerols. So carbohydrate, protein, fats la dige sama ngazu se nanglo yore ngazu subu gi thega pheji chetu mar khajin chetu mar la wemena, they are complex substances. Subu gi pheji chewala khargu gore glucose, amino acids and fatty acids glycerol gu gore. So di macha la su khari gi gore digestive system gi rowa chi gi. Okay, so ngazu digestive system nanglo la these complex components of the food will be broken down into simpler substances. Okay, DJ. Now small intestine nanglo la complete digestion chungsa wa the nyamdo la shimba khar chungure la wimba na absorption la process ni yungor. So now let us see what is the definition of absorption. Absorption wala khalo ya jibadosh la worwa. So absorption ki definition kare the process in which the digested food khala ma cha sa yo jomarwe it is passed into the blood vessels in the walls of the intestine, and that process is called as absorption. Absorption is a small intestine nalo ta khala digest chesa yo jomarwe simple sugars such as glucose, amino acid, fatty acids and glycerols dige sama kharche go ore sobu na su jib go ore the jibia gi process the switch go ore small intestine gi chi ore, and small intestine it absorbs the digested food material and passes it to the blood vessels thala pa pastangor process the khala absorption. That the absorption la roka che chidula small intestine nalo la mixe structure here. The inner walls of the small intestine, they have got thousands of finger-like outgrowths called villi. Small intestine ki nanglo la par dina siwa imbana small intestine ki singa zu tub ni tawa imbana nanglo la de zugudo ya ringbu chang de yona mago pedo di nanglo la den samal khale these are called as villi lager VILLI. So these finger-like structures over here zugudo de mago do dige khare they are very small and they are called as villi. Villi la digi small intestine la khar rokwa chigre la wimena they increase the surface area, right? The villi they increase the surface area for absorption of the digested food. Khala digest chesa yo dige chu dige seju dige ya go chen subu jib gu yo bimena ani small intestine nang lo la rokwa chinge khar yore villi la ne jor villi gi khandes rokwa chigre na by increasing the surface area of the small intestine. Small intestine nang lo gi surface area chumarwe the villi den zu yobe kengi surface area pe chembu cha gor and surface area chembu yudu zambala absorption yaga chetu gor seu chungso and dijigu mare villi nanglo la khari ore there are blood vessels the zugudo den zu nanglo khardu thagza den zu dugudo and kharchi gore seju ya jibjo dige sama thagza la pas tangro all the digested food materials will be passed on to the blood vessels, and blood vessel gi khachi re subu yongzo lo kopsha gir seu chungso. So this is called as absorption. Absorption of su rogo chigido villi gi rogo chigido diche ani process shimbaji khare absorption gi jela khare yore la wayim baina assimilation, right? So the absorbed food materials glucose to the amino acids the fatty acids the ani glycerol dige changma thala pa pastang sarwa small intestine gi and tagi khachigre the blood vessels will carry it to the different organs of the body subu yongzo la pha goshe gegre ani phagela khachigre they will be used for different purposes. And this particular process is called as assimilation. Subunalo pa simba. Subunalo la seju dige pa simia process la khalore assimilation lor. Okay. Seuchung so. The next organ dikhare tangazu last organ dikhar cha dure la wimbana large intestine. Small intestine nalo la khala sama digest chesa absorption chungsa assimilation chungsa vejela ani khala da seju digest macha gyo jorwa dige sama kho dure large intestine nalo durte. Tine ma juni large intestine nalo zurwa. And large intestine, it is called as large intestine because it is much wider than the small intestine. This shanga chair madoko ringa yomarda. Small intestine bed ringa yor. Large intestine it is about 1.5 meters long. Meter chik the chagas rumbuyor. The large intestine gi lengen so khare lawi na. From the undigested food materials, it absorbs the water and some salts. Tsari khasheta ani chul hagyo jomarwe se nanglola. Say digest much higher than chulhayo dige sama khachire pa jib shegre kuigi, and it will produce the fecal matter. right? The remaining waste materials, the undigested food materials, the digest waste material charwa, and the waste material it is stored in the rectum, right, in the form of feces, right? Feces la bana chokpa la ora ju aka la ora. So rectum la sa ani it will be removed through our anus through a process called as egestion. Chokpa tang ki process de la khala ora egestion la ora egestion. The process of removing the waste material or the fecal matter through anus is called as egestion. Process la egestion. Fecal matter la wemana so large intestine gi undigested food material nanglo yo gi chu da sa de sama jib sa la the semi solid fecal matter will be first stored in the rectum and from time to time it will be removed through the anus through the process called as egestion. So with this we have completed the human digestive system. The digestive system ki part gangza complete cha sarda. The next ngazu khare gang la jangri la wen na how does our digestive system compare with that of a grass eating animal like cattle's, right? Phaju da lango da denzu gi digestive system khande dos to ngazu jela compare share the human nyam dola ni loga khare do ra khonzu la kheju mixe khare do odi ta enda. Okay, so that is about human digestive system. Tanya kiranzu human digestive system yaku gochu yesha zigorda. Wa khane chene ma gochu ni ro ani food pipe che, stomach che, right? And then small intestine, large intestine and giant ba. Nyamdola khare yore khana la salivary glands yore. Small intestine la roba chenge khare khare yore liver da pancreas yore. Ani small intestine nanglo digestion complete chag ro. Digestion chesa vejela ani simple substances will be absorbed by the small intestine. And the small intestine la roba chenge khare yore vilai la diyor. Okay, so with this we have finished the human digestive system.